stop, so you might
We
want to.
have not gotten any of this on YouTube. None of it.
They,
None of it.
so we might want to start over again with at least your interview.
Or can we at least record it and then repost it?
I'm already live again, so I'll just have to monitor the stream and make sure it doesn't go down again.
Okay, tell me what we're doing here.
Yeah. It sounds
YouTube
like
said no, we're gonna cut you off, basically. So,
Really?
that was after prayer or during prayer?
I know their announcements was had and it got the prayer, but I don't think they got any of the video.
Okay.
I'm not showing you live stream now either.
I'm freaking serious.
Yes, I'm pretty serious.
Is this a rehearsal?
This must be rehearsal.
That's rehearsal.
It's what the crafters say when I watch my craft shows. Live TV, anything can go wrong, and it does.
Share the link. That link is working on Facebook, so we are live.
So you're live on Facebook?
Well, we're live on YouTube. I shared the link, and that new link for this new live stream is working. You can click it, and it takes you right to the live video. Or it should. Did I catch anything?
All right.
If I was doing this, watching, would I still just go to Hilltop?
You can.
COG?
You can just go to the Facebook page, or you can go to
I would-
YouTube, Hilltop Church Drive.
Yes, okay, because that's what we do. We try to get it downstairs on Sunday mornings, but it's very difficult to get a
Signal down
signal
there.
down there.
Yeah.
Well, you know you are live,
We are live?
so everybody's hearing this.
Okay, good.
We had a disruption.
Sorry.
We had a disruption in our feed, so we apologize for that. So we're not sure how much you got of any of the interviews, so we're just going to kind of start over and take it from there. Sorry for the disruption and sorry that you heard all of the getting it back on commotion. So I started with, Kathy grew up on the west side here of town in the Hilltop, and she was telling us about her early years.
And my mom started here when I was 6, I believe. And she was here for the rest of her life. I've kind of come and gone depending on different circumstances in my life. But I did raise my children here. I lived in the neighborhood even after I was married to my first husband. When I married John, we moved a little further west, but we still churched here as much as we could, considering our children's needs. And I was baptized here. I believe I was 11 after I was saved at a Billy Graham crusade down at Jet Stadium.
Okay. And then we started talking about reaching for the shining stars and what drew you to that.
Because it's West Side. It's Sullivan Avenue. I drove Sullivan Avenue every day on my way to work. John would drive every day on his way to work. The girls would try to stop him. They would ignore me, but we were aware they were out there. And John saw more, I think, than I did. He would tell me that he would see the girls' pimps and sometimes the girls being mistreated. I never really witnessed that when I would drive to work. But when Jim Thornton brought Carly and Holly to you,
Mm-hmm.
and it seemed like a good fit because we were looking for some kind of neighborhood ministry,
Right.
and that seemed to fall in our laps. It started out small. I didn't realize that they weren't going out every week until Holly mentioned something recently, and she's the one that pushed to go out every week. John did not want me going out, so I asked what else we could do as a church, because we weren't doing a whole lot, because even though we would do bag stuffings here, they were taking everything back to their houses in the trunks of their cars. They weren't leaving anything here. So it got very cumbersome for them. So number one, they said they would really be glad to have the lunches made for the girls, because the girls, a lot of them don't get a whole lot to eat. And if they do, it is just a bag of chips and a bottle of pop. Because even though we have some markets on the west side where the girls are, it's food desert. And all they have are little drive-through type of things. So, and we can see the girls, they right away will open them up after we've driven by and come back. They're already in the bags eating. So the other thing that we offered to Holly and to Carly is a place to put the supplies here. So they weren't carting them all back and forth. We put the bags together, and then they would take the bags and the finished bags, and we would leave the rest of the supplies here. And that storage area has now grown.
Yes.
We have 3 rooms downstairs that are full of supplies for
Yes.
the ladies.
And some of them are seasonal kinds of things
Yes.
that we have to keep over a longer period of time.
Yes.
But most everything else gets handed out pretty timely.
Yes. Yeah. The actual bagging supplies are a constant in and out. We do have summer clothes. We have winter clothes. We have boots. We have sandals or flip-flops and tennis shoes, and lots of socks.
Yeah.
And we do get underwear from Support the Girls, another charitable arm in the city.
Yes. And we get a lot of volunteers for bag stuffings.
Oh, yes. Yes. When COVID hit, of course, we didn't. But prior to that, we would get students from Bishop Reedy even,
Yeah.
because they would get service hours. And we had a nun that was very active with Bishop Reedy from Our Lady of Perpetual Help in Grip City. She was always here helping.
Yes.
And since then, we found out that there are other nuns that used to work the streets also.
Mm-hmm.
So,
All right. So our board has grown. The ministry has grown. We're trying to keep up.
yes,
Yes.
yes,
We can always use more volunteers.
yes, we can. You come to me, I can give you a list of things that you could do if you're interested. We always need people here for bag stuffings. And it isn't so much us stuffing the bags as much as monitoring what's going on. And Trish and Angela are excellent for that. We make sure that there are supplies on the table ready to go for the people that are actually bagging. We could use people that will ride along with the drivers. We have people that we would love to train to be drivers. And it's only about an hour to an hour and a half on a Sunday night. The girls always know we're out between 5 and 7 every Sunday. They look for us.
Okay. And we have, oh, that question just went right out of my head. Sorry about that. We also have positions open on committees.
Yes, we have several committees. I know that there's still a position open on mine, which is fundraising and in-kind donations. I think there is for media. I hate to say marketing, and I'm not sure, I still get confused.
Marketing.
But it's the social media component that we want more people aware that we're there and what our needs are and how they can help.
Mm-hmm. And tell our story better.
Yeah, exactly. Just as you said that, I thought, yeah, the survivors. We really would like to have more survivors working with us and riding with us, because that makes a big difference to the girls out there,
Mm-hmm.
that they know that they can, other people have made it. So it is possible for them to make it.
Yes. A little hope goes a long way.
Mhm, mhm.
Yeah.
As I tell the girls, I care for you until you know to care for yourself.
Yes. And we recently had a volunteer presentation, and part of the question I was going to ask you is we plan to do a training here with She Has a Name.
Yes, we would like to do that.
Yes.
Needs to still be coordinated, but yeah,
Okay. So coming soon
yes.
to this church, we'll be having a training called She Has a Name.
She Has a Name is recognized in Central Ohio as the leading organization for training people, teaching them about what is trafficking and what kind of things they might encounter if they go out, but to be aware of what sometimes leads individuals into trafficking. And we want people who are driving to have training. And so if we can get She Has a Name, or SHAN, the abbreviation, to come here and give us an 1.5 to 2 hour training on a Saturday morning, then that would cover a lot of bases for everybody. It's one thing to go out with one of us. It's another thing to actually have the formal training.
Yes. Okay, well, we're about out of time. I went a little over tonight because we got cut off. So thank you, Kathy, for sharing with us, and especially the parts about Shining Stars. I know that that's a passion of yours and mine as well. And I hope that it continues to grow and we continue to attract volunteers. And
But we have a thing tomorrow.
yes, you want to tell them about
Yes. So Columbus has been having, not meetings, but events
that? Events, yeah.
at some of the parks in the city. And I noticed recently when we were at Westgate, for Westgate Summer Jam, that the card said Hans Park. And any of you that are West Siders, especially in this neighborhood, know Hans Park. Hans Park never gets any kind of activity. And when I found out they were going to do an event there, I asked the coordinator from the city of Columbus, could we be there as an organization, Shining Stars? And he was very happy to have us there. So we'll be at Hans Park tomorrow from 4:30 to 7:30.
Yes.
And there will be food there, evidently, and activities for the family, different organizations, including like the fire department and different things like that. So anybody that wants to come down to Hans Park will be there.
Yes. And Hans Park is on,
Springmont and Columbian Avenue. It stretches from Columbian to Woodbury along Springmont.
okay. And church van will be there too, so we'll get
Yes.
some publicity on the side.
Yes.
All right.
All right. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Thank you, Kathy, and we'll look forward to the upcoming events that we'll be having.
Yes.
All right. Well, in the way of announcements, I just have just a couple. One, you can still give to the $1 one child and one meal fund for Sri Lanka. And we've given as a church so far $470. I think we can do better. So we'll continue to collect those funds over the next couple weeks. We've already sent one check, and we will get those funds to Sri Lanka as quickly as we can through Global Ministries. And we are going to have a church picnic on August 25th, not August 25th, September 25th. Wow, September 25th. And so we hope you'll mark your calendars for that. And I also confirmed that that's the day that we've had scheduled for a long time for our pulpit exchange with Kimberly Parkway. And so we'll be doing that again this year. And then going for a picnic. So maybe we can get them to join us. Who knows? All right. So that's all the announcements I have for now. Thank you for joining us tonight. Sorry for the disruption in the stream, but we pray that you got something out of what we talked about tonight. And I know that many of you had asked me when we were going to hear from Kathy. So you've heard from her tonight. God bless you, and we'll see you on Sunday, either in person, that's preferred, but if you can't make it here in person, we pray that you will join us online and be a part of that ministry as it continues to expand and grow. And we'll see you Sunday.